Mark, I've been waiting for your call all day, so how you been? Mark, I couldn't give a shit less about your aerobics class this morning. How's Martha? Good, buddy. Anyway, I'm thinking, after I get off today, how about you and me, we go hit a bar, just like old times? Yeah, of course, I got the tab. I know how you are with that shitty mortgage on your house. No, Mark, I'm not gonna leave like last time. I swear I'll pay. I know I said that last time too. Just trust me, buddy. We've been pals forever. Alright, okay, I'll see you tonight. Pay attention and be safe. Mark, you gotta be the dumbest piece of shit I ever met. How'd they let you into the agency? Really think the Rusky is gonna be sending some fucking nukes over here? You gotta be kidding me. What did we steal Putin's vodka stash? What did we send SEAL Team 6 fucking in there and take his shitty bottles of alcohol? I can't believe you. Oh yeah, I know I give you a hard time. You give me one too though, alright? Alright, I'll see you tonight. Okay, yeah, I'll see you tonight, Mike. I got another call coming in. Bye-bye. Alright, bye-bye. Sarah, how's those reports coming? You know Uncle Sam gets his panties in a twist. You don't get those done by Friday night. What do you mean they're gonna be late again? You got two fucking jobs. You file the fucking defense reports. You say hi to your boss on the way in. Yeah, alright. Okay, well they better get done or it's on my ass. Yeah, and I know I've got it easier than you. What with me just sitting here looking at these pointless numbers all day, but last time I checked, we have not yet been hit with a nuclear strike yet. You have been late on the reports 3 times this year. Okay, alright, okay, Sarah, that was uncalled for if I'm being honest. You know I love the banner, but you don't have to bring up the incident every time. No, I told you I had 2 large Sprites that day, Martha. It's not my fault. Okay, alright, fine. Well, even Stevens, just get the reports done for the love of God. Alright, okay, bye-bye. Hello, sir. Oh, yeah, I understand, sir. Nah, everything's been fine here for years. It's gonna be fine for years. You got... Alright, sir, I'll got it. I'll keep an eye on it for you. Yes, sir, understood. Alright. Alright, goodbye, sir.
It's over. It's done. It's the end anyway. Why even let him have a chance at getting away with it? Why give them that? Millions of Americans dead. Millions of lives. Men, women, children, snuffed out before their time. The end of us entirely, and you don't even have the courage to avenge them. Are you really such a coward as to let us all go quietly into the night, weak, frail, and pitiful? History will remember you as the coward who allowed the destruction of America without grace. The destruction of a country filled with millions of real human beings doing their best to get by. And they will look at your name and they will say that was the man who let it all happen. That was the man who let us all die in vain. There's a young man out there. A good man. He lives in Pittsburgh. His parents passed away when he was young, but in spite of that, he made it work. He always remembered them, of course, but he eventually made his way out of the dark pit that he fell in. His whole life was consumed by dread and fear. until he met her. And she gave that man the strength he needed to pull himself from the depression which he suffered, to turn his life around. And now at the age of 25, in a few minutes, he's going to propose to her. She will say yes, and it will be the greatest moment of his life, the moment that made his life worth living, the moment he deserves. But it won't happen anymore, because in less than 2 minutes, he will be nothing but a burnt pile of ash, and he will die in fear and sadness, never having achieved the one thing which he sought for 25 years. And now, you won't even so much as give him the respect of avenging his life. Pathetic. A story will be told. By whom, I do not know. A father to his son, a mother to her daughter, a priest to his clergy, maybe a leader to his nation. But I do know what the story will entail, and it will go as follows. Once there was a man, not cruel, though not particularly great, but successful enough to be chosen as the man who would make what may be the most impactful decision ever made. The nature of such a decision I do not know. The man's name I do not know either. Few people do, and fewer still would dare speak it. What I do know is that when you go to the cities of the old gods, and you see their decaying remains, see the bones of men, women, and children, see the destroyed corpses of their massive concrete structures, and see the imprints of ash still left on the walls, know that it was this man's decision that let it all happen so easily. And the gods, who must have inflicted it upon us, went unpunished, because this man was far, far too cowardly to face them. And as we gather around the fire tonight, and burn the remains we found all these centuries later, we pray that we do not become like that man, that we will not allow ourselves to be destroyed without consequence. Surely we cannot become like that man. I understand that you may fear unleashing hellfire upon our enemies. For of course, you do not want to hold the guilt, knowing it was you who had to level an entire nation in defending the dignity of the countless people who struggled through wars and oppression, who struggled through a revolution, and who struggled with all their might against the very nature of the human condition to right the many wrongs which they committed upon themselves. But you are, by all moral accounts, bound to at least one action, if not to unleash the might of a god upon a land, unleash the might of a god upon the men that began the end of the modern world as we know it. Of course, we know where they're hiding. One missile, one target, one small group, of whom must be the most cruel men in the history of the world, killing only those who caused the greatest catastrophe possibly in the universe, if we are all whom inhabit it. Fire one missile of pure and righteous justice at those men. You are bound to it.